Hey, this is Ashley with Franklin's Benjamins. Just want to take a minute and just kind of talk about Asheville Real Estate. Asheville, North Carolina is an area that I grew up in, just outside of Asheville. I've seen it go through many changes over the decades. I started investing in the Asheville market in real estate in the late 90s when I was just a dumb 19-year-old kid that had no idea what I was doing at all. And it is really amazing how it's changed. You know, everything cycles. Every 10, 20 years, everything changes. The market goes up, the market goes down. Right now, we're kind of on the what's probably the precipice of a real estate correction. We're starting to see the pendulums begin to swing more in the buyer's direction. It's hitting more outside areas, you know, your Waynesville, your Weaverville, your Hendersonville. Those areas are kind of starting to get affected a little bit more. Asheville still has crazy low inventory right now, so the buyers and sellers are stuck a little bit. Interest rates are more than double what they were a year ago, so your buyer's payment is a lot more. They can't afford nearly as much house. The seller's not ready to come down on their price to kind of help the buyer out enough. Plus, the seller more than likely has a home that's with a ridiculously low interest rate, and they're looking at if they sell their house, they're gonna have to get an interest rate that's more than double what they're paying. So we're kind of stuck right now. I don't think there's going to be a crash. Everything that we're seeing, the data is showing that there's nothing like 2008 that's building up right now just because of the inventory and other outside factors, but we are going to face a correction. I've seen several of the houses that I've put on the market in the last few months. The whole pushing the price up above asking price, for the most part, that's gone. You know, we're actually coming down below the market or below price. We're reducing our prices some. We're having to give the buyers more to make them happy. We're seeing more where that intensity and that sense of urgency has kind of left the market right now. I'm seeing buyers walk away from contracts a lot faster, and we're kind of having to baby them and do everything we can to kind of keep them involved with the house and do everything we can to get that, you know, that house to the closing table and get it done. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next 6 to 12 months and see what continues to happen. But as far as Asheville itself, even back in 2008, it was a strong market. It didn't dip that much. It slowed down some, but it did not crash. We've been blessed with kind of having a protected market, maybe by the mountains. Maybe we're just kind of still isolated, mostly because there's still so much demand to move here. There's actually more demand to move here than unfortunately we have housing and infrastructure. If you live here, you know the joke. Asheville is an hour away from Asheville. Whether you're on 26 or I-40 or Hendersonville Road or Patton Avenue, pretty much anywhere you are, you're gonna be stuck in traffic. They're working on expanding the roads, but sadly they're about a decade behind, and when they do get finished, by that time, the roads are gonna be outdated already, and we're gonna need plans for wider roads, more lanes, all those things. That's a thing that is kind of a problem. And with the mountains and the curves and the roads, there's so many areas that are getting basically overpopulated, but we can't build the infrastructure because with the terrain that we have here in the geography, it's just not possible to build wide enough roads everywhere that we need them.